Hello students, I welcome you all to today's session. I hope all of you are doing perfect at your places. Today's topic is synthetic fibers and plastics. So learning objectives: synthetic fibers, types of synthetic fibers, advantages and disadvantages of synthetic fibers, plastic, properties of plastic, are plastics a threat to our environment? So our clothes are made of fabrics. All fabrics are materials made from fibers. Fibers may be either natural or synthetic, and fibers are also used to make other household materials, and we already know about the natural fibers such as cotton, wool, silk, jute, etc. In early 20th century, the first synthetic fiber was made. Rayon was the first man-made fiber that was synthesized from wood pulp. Since then, synthetic fibers have become an integral material of our daily life. तो fabric से ही आपके अलग-अलग type के cloth बनाए जाते हैं. You have natural fibers and then you have artificial fibers. So synthetic fibers, all synthetic fibers are man-made fibers that are prepared by a number of processes using raw materials of petroleum origin called the petrochemicals. A synthetic fiber comprises small units of chemicals joined together in the form of chains. Many such small units combine to form a large single unit called a polymer. Polymers are both man-made or synthetic and naturally occurring. For example, cotton is a natural polymer called the cellulose, which is made up of a large number of glucose units, while a polyester is a synthetic polymer comprised of ईस्टर चेन. सो यू हैव द सिंथेटिक फाइबर्स जिनको फैक्ट्रीज वगैरह में बनाया जाता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल नायलॉन, पॉलिएस्टर आर योर सिंथेटिक फाइबर्स. Now mind-boggling, the word polymer is derived from the Greek polis meaning many, much, and meros meaning part. Now a polymer is made up of many repeating units called the monomers. Mono means a single, and the process which turns monomers into polymers is called the polymerization. Thus, synthetic fibers are the result of polymerization. Following are some main features of synthetic fibers. For example, synthetic fibers dry very quickly, they are very durable, they are less expensive, they are easy to maintain, and they are readily available. सस्ते होते हैं, जल्दी सूख जाते हैं, and durable भी बहुत होते हैं. Now types of synthetic fibers. Some commonly used synthetic fibers are discussed below. Number one is rayon. Rayon is the most widely used fiber. It has a silky texture. Therefore, rayon is also termed as artificial silk. Rayon is made by chemically treating cellulose obtained from the wood pulp. Although it is obtained from a natural source, wood pulp, but it is a man-made fiber. Rayon is cheaper than silk and can be woven like silk fibers. It is well absorbent, soft and easy to dye in a wide range of colors. Rayon can be mixed with cotton or wool to make bedsheets, curtains or other upholstery. तो आपके अलग-अलग curtains, bedsheets वगैरह बनाने के लिए आपके synthetic fibers को यूज किया जाता है. Now rayon has the following uses. Rayon is used in the textile industry for making many types of fabrics and home furnishings. It is used on the manufacture of carpets. It is used for making bandages and surgical products also. Then second is nylon. Nylon was the first fully synthetic fiber made from chemicals containing carbon, oxygen, nitrogen and hydrogen elements. Nylon fibers are very strong, elastic and very high tensible strength. They can be drawn into very thin fibers. Nylon does not absorb water and is wrinkle resistant. It dries quickly and is easy to wash. It does not shrink and retains its shape and appearance. So तो पहला fully form जो आपका synthetic fiber था वो nylon था. अब अगर आपको nylon का full form बताया जाए तो actually ये NY stands for New York and LON stands for London, क्योंकि ऐसा बोला जाता है पहली बार आपका nylon का furnishing या production था ये इन्हीं दोनों जगह पे हुआ था. Now nylon has the following uses. Nylon is used for the manufacture of tire cords, fabrics and ropes. It is used for making fishing nets and parachutes and ropes for climbing. It is used for fabricating sheets, bristles of brushes, and it is used for making saris, socks and neckties. It is used for making elastic hosiery and it is used for making machine parts. So almost हर जगह पे इनको भी use करा जाता है. Then we have the third one, polyester. Polyester is one of the most popular man-made fibers which is derived from coal, water, air and petroleum. It is made of repeating unit of a chemical called the ester. Now the Factopedia, terylene is one of the famous types of polyester which can be drawn into very, very thin fibers. Polyester has the following uses. Polyester is used in making different types of apparel such as the shirts, pants, jacket, bed sheets, curtains, saris, mouse pad, etc. It is used in making ropes, fabrics for conveyor belt, cushioning and insulating material in pillow, etc. It is also used in fleece jackets, raincoats and medical textile. तो jackets, raincoats, fleece jackets इन सभी में polyester का use करा जाता है. Now fabrics made from polyester fiber are almost wrinkle free, easy to wash and have very shiny appearance. It is the polyester which made the fabric cheaper. Fabrics आपके बहुत cheaper भी होते हैं और इसमें wrinkle वगैरह भी नहीं लगते हैं. Now, terracotta is a blended fabric made after mixing the terroline and cotton polycot, polywool, etc. are other fabrics which are made by mixing of polyester with other natural fibers. And then we have PET, polyethylene terephthalene. It is very popular form of the polyester. Water bottles and many containers used in kitchen films, wire and many other useful products are made using the PET, which is the polyester. So in all, polyester को mix up करके और अलग तरीके के synthetic fibers भी बनाए जाते हैं. Now think yourself, and this question you just have to read it and answer on your own. Then fourth type of synthetic fiber is your acrylic. Acrylic is a synthetic fiber that resembles wool, so it is also known as artificial wool or synthetic wool. Acrylic is cheap than natural wool and can be dyed in various colors. Fabrics made from acrylic are warm to wear, retain their shape and are durable. Thus, acrylic has become very popular and gradually taking the place of wool today. तो wool से ज़्यादा आजकल acrylic का use ज़्यादा किया जा रहा है. Now, acrylic has the following uses. Acrylic is used in making sweaters, socks, home furnishings, blankets and many other clothings. Industrial uses of acrylic include craft yarns, awnings, boat and then vehicle covers. So, इन जगहों पे आपके acrylic को use करा जाता है. Now, advantages and disadvantages of synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers are indispensable in the present day life because of the properties and capabilities. They are responsible for the development of a broad range of textile products and innumerable industrial products. The advantages exhibited by the synthetic fiber are given below. Synthetic fibers are cheaper than natural fiber, they are stronger than natural fiber, they are more durable than the natural fiber, it is easy to maintain them, it is easy to wash them, they are dried up in less time, they are readily available. सिंथेटिक फाइबर्स को एटलीस्ट अभी तो हम अपनी लाइफ से नहीं हटा सकते हैं बिकॉज दी ज़्यादा ड्यूरेबल भी होते हैं एंड दे आर लेस एक्सपेंसिव ऑल्सो. But synthetic fibers have some disadvantages too. Synthetic fibers do not wet easily, they do not absorb sweat from the skin, clothes made from them are uncomfortable to wear, they do not allow the skin to breathe causing health problems, they are prone to heat, damage and melt easily and they can catch fire easily and cause fatal burn injuries. तो advantages तो हैं ही, साथ साथ कुछ थोड़े बहुत माइनर और मेजर डिसएडवांटेजेस भी सिंथेटिक फाइबर्स के हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, आग इनमें बहुत जल्दी लग जाती है. Now we have the plastics. We are living in the plastic age. Almost everything around us is made up of plastic. A plastic is a synthetic material which can be easily molded into any desired shape on heating. Plastics are actually man-made polymers like synthetic fibers. These are polymers of long carbon chains. Almost बहुत चीज़ें आपको प्लास्टिक की मिलती हैं, ये कार्बन चेन्स से बनाई जाती हैं. Now, plastic can be molded in all types of possible shapes. They can be recycled, colored, reused, molded or drawn into wires. Thus, plastics are used in making toys, suitcases, bags, cabinets, brush, chairs, tables and many other countless items. अब किसी भी shape में आप इसको mold कर सकते हैं and reuse भी कर सकते हैं. Then comes your Factopedia. Polythene is one of the most popular types of plastic which is used in manufacturing of carrying bags. Now, some common plastics are bakelite, nylon, terephthalene, polythene, then polyvinyl chloride which is PVC and then polyethylene, terephthalene which is PET, PET. Now, let's see different types of plastics. Plastics are again of two types. One is thermoplastics and another one is thermosetting plastics. Number one is thermoplastics which are also known as thermoplasts. A plastic which can be easily bent or softened on heating and molded repeatedly in the desired shapes is called a thermoplastic. इसको आप अलग अलग shapes में remold कर सकते हैं. Then PVC, polymer, nylon, polythene, etc. are some common thermoplastics. Thermoplastics are good for making toys, bottles, combs, containers, pipes, etc. And then second is your thermosetting plastics. Thermosets, a plastic substance which once molded into a shape cannot be softened or melted on reheating is called a thermosetting plastic. इसमें आपने एक बार जो shape दे दिया, उस shape को आप heat up करके भी दोबारा change नहीं कर सकते हैं. So thus thermosetting plastic can be processed once and cannot be reprocessed. This is due to the formation of cross links between the adjacent polymer chain on heating. Thermosetting plastics are used to make hard-board electric switch, handles of electrical appliances and kitchen utensils, floor tiles, etc. Melamine and bakelite are common thermosetting plastics. Melamine is a poor conductor of heat and resists fire, thus it is used in making floor tiles, kitchen materials, etc. Bakelite is a poor conductor of electricity and heat and thus it is used to make electrical switches, handles of various utensils, etc. So let's see the differences between a thermoplastic and a thermosetting plastic. Thermoplastics are long chain polymers with no cross-linking. Heating also does not produce any cross-linking between the chains. Thermoplastics can be processed repeatedly. Example, polythene, PVC, polystyrene, nylon and polyesters. Then thermosetting plastics are the polymers in which chains get highly cross-linked on heating. Once molded, thermosetting plastics cannot be reprocessed. For example, bakelite and melamine. So this is just the summarized version. Tabular form में आपको वही चीज बता दी गई है जो अभी हमने ऊपर पढ़ी है. Now let's see the properties of plastics. Plastics have become very popular due to their peculiar features like lightweight, good strength, low price, easy availability and durability. But they are poor conductors also. Plastic is a poor conductor of heat and electricity. This makes it suitable to make the covering of electric wires, handles of electrical appliances, handle of utensils, kitchenware, floor, tiles, titles, etc. So poor conductor होते हैं तो electrical appliances में भी इसको use कर दिया जाता है, electricity को conduct नहीं करते हैं. Now there is an activity to show that plastics are bad conductors of heat. Take a pan containing boiling hot water. Now place a metal spoon and a plastic spoon into it. You can use a plastic scale also in place of a plastic spoon. Keep them in boiling hot water for some time. Touch the other ends of the spoons which are not dipped in water. What do you observe? Has the other end of the metal spoon become hot? No. But why? Metals are good conductors whereas plastics are bad conductors of heat. तो metals आपके obviously अच्छे conductors होते हैं heat के, but plastics are not. Now there is an activity to observe electrical conductivity of plastic. Set a circuit with the help of a battery, bulb and conducting wires. Connect metal, rubber and plastic objects in the circuit and observe in which case the bulb glows. Does the bulb glow when a plastic object is used as a test material? No, but why? Plastic is a bad conductor of electricity and does not allow current to pass through this. तो आप अगर किसी भी इलेक्ट्रिक सर्किट में प्लास्टिक को इंस्टॉल कर दोगे तो उसके बीच से आपका बल्ब ग्लो नहीं करेगा क्योंकि प्लास्टिक इज अ बैड कंडक्टर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. Now plastics are non-reactive. Plastic does not react with air and water and with many of the chemicals, and it does not get rusted like iron. This property makes plastic suitable for making containers, water tanks, water bottles, plastic pipes, taps, chair, table and many other types of articles. अब like iron, प्लास्टिक जो होते हैं वो रस्ट नहीं होते हैं और किसी चीज के साथ ज्यादातर रिएक्ट नहीं करते हैं. दैट इज वाई ज्यादातर टैंक्स वगैरह प्लास्टिक से बनाए जाते हैं. Light, strong and durable. Plastics are lightweight, durable, very cheap and very strong. These properties of plastic made it the need of today. Whether it is a polythene bag or a pencil box, water bottle or umbrella, furniture or aircraft, the uses of plastic can be seen everywhere. तो बॉटल से लेकर एरोप्लेन तक आपको प्लास्टिक का यूज हर जगह दिखेगा. Now, plastics are also used as packing materials for tablets, syringes, threads, used for stitching wounds and doctor's gloves also. Now, the interior parts of a car like a dashboard and some parts of the helicopters and aeroplanes are made of plastic. It is used in making of computer parts, circuit boards, food processors, shavers and hair dryers. गाड़ियों में, aeroplane के कुछ parts में, hair dryers में, हर जगह पे आपको प्लास्टिक का यूज कहीं ना कहीं पे दिख ही जाता है. Now, special plastics like PET or polyethylene terephthalene are used in making of cookwares used in microwave ovens and uniforms of firemen. Teflon is a special plastic on which oil and water do not stick and has a high melting point. Hence, it is used in non-stick cookwares. It is also used for making bottom plates of electric irons. Now, check yourself and these questions you have to answer on your own. Now, did you know some substances that get decomposed through the natural processes such as air, water and action of microorganisms etc. are called biodegradable substances. For example, vegetable peels, foodstuffs, fruit peels, paper, cotton cloths, wood etc. Substances which either do not decompose or take many years to get decomposed through the natural process are called non-biodegradable substances. For example, tin, aluminum, plastics etc. Now, there is a huge question is, are plastics a threat to our environment? Now, plastic is a non-biodegradable substance. If it is left or thrown, it either takes many years to get decomposed or does not get decomposed. Burning of plastics produces many toxic fumes. Thus, the non-biodegradable nature of plastic has made it a major problem for the environment. Decompose होने में बहुत time लगा देता है. That is why it is a very huge threat for the environment. Now, plastic has become very popular and is being used for many purposes. As a result, we are generating a large amount of plastic waste. Now, since plastic is non-biodegradable, this waste gets accumulated around us. It undergoes a process known as photodegradation. in which it breaks down in period of time about 50 years or more. These particles contaminate soil and water and end up entering the food chain when eaten accidentally by animals like cows. Besides, if polythene bags are swallowed accidentally, they can choke cattle to death. Hundreds and thousands of whales, dolphins, seals, turtles and other marine mammals die every year after consuming discarded polythene bags, mistaking them for food. Carelessly thrown polythene bags are also responsible for the clogging of drainage systems in the cities and in the towns. So, हर जगह प्लास्टिक यूज हो रहा है, इनको डिस्पोज करते हैं, डिकम्पोज तो होते नहीं है, मरीन में फेंक दिया तो एक्वेटिक लाइफ को थ्रेट पोज हो जाता है, लैंड पे फेंक दिया तो लैंड एनिमल्स के लिए भी नुकसान हो जाता है. Now, thus, disposal of plastic waste is a major concern as it cannot be even burnt. Burning the plastic can result in a release of many harmful gases in the atmosphere. This can lead to air pollution. जला भी नहीं सकते हैं क्योंकि उससे भी air pollution होता है. तो एक ही रास्ता बचता है, कम से कम यूज करना. Now, some preventive measures for dealing with the problems associated with plastic waste. We should limit the use of plastics. For this, we should follow the following 4 R's. Refuse to buy a new item, say no to single-used and disposable plastics such as bags, bottles, straws, etc. Reduce your plastic footprints entirely by avoiding plastics, choosing products with the least packaging and amount of disposable parts, looking for products and packaging made from biodegradable resources. Then reuse containers and goods made of plastics. Do not throw away the soft drinks cans or bottles. Reuse them as pencil stands or to store or for some other creative uses. And lastly, recycle. Recycle the waste that cannot be refused, reduced or reused. Recycling plastic has many benefits. Recycled plastic is used to make new bottles, containers, plastic, lumber, t-shirts, sweaters and so many other articles according to its composition type. तो refuse, reuse, recycle इन सबको करते करते आप क्या करेंगे, प्लास्टिक को आप मिनिमाइज कर सकते हो इसका यूजेज, हेंस आप एनवायरमेंट को भी प्रोटेक्ट कर पाएंगे. Now the glimpse of the chapter. Petrochemicals are raw materials of petroleum origin. Polymerization, the process which turns monomers into polymers. Then acrylic, a type of synthetic fiber resembling wood. Plastics, substances capable of being molded and cast into various shapes and sizes. Polythene, one of the most popular types of plastics. Thermoplastic, a plastic which can be easily bent or softened on heating and molded repeatedly in the desired shapes. Thermosetting plastic, a plastic substance which once molded into a shape cannot be softened or melted on reheating. Biodegradable, substances that decompose naturally in due course of time. Non-biodegradable, substances which do not decompose naturally even over a long period of time. Photodegradation, capable of being chemically broken down by light. Now the summary of the chapter. Synthetic fibers are man-made fibers comprised of very large units called the polymers. Polymers are made up of many units called the monomers. Synthetic fibers are obtained from the chemical processing or petrochemicals. The fibers thus obtained can be woven into fabrics. Synthetic fibers have various ranging from many household articles such as buckets, furniture, containers, etc. to highly specialized uses in aircrafts, ships, spacecraft, healthcare, etc. There are different types of synthetic fibers, rayon, nylon, polyester, acrylic, with different chemical composition. They differ from one another in the strength, water absorbing capacity, burning nature, cost, durability, etc. A plastic is a synthetic material which can be easily molded into any desired shape on heating. Plastics are of two types, thermoplastic and thermosetting plastics. Plastics have become an integral part of our daily life. Be it home or outside, plastic articles are dominating everywhere. Plastics are non-biodegradable, thus plastic waste causes environmental hazard. These toxic gases on burning cause air pollution. On dumping, these undergo photodegradation causing soil pollution. And there's a need of sustainable use of synthetic fibers and plastics. They should be used in such a way that one can utilize their qualities and at the same time minimize the environmental hazard caused by them. With that, we're done with this chapter. Say no to plastic bags as much as you can and save the environment around you. And the exercise questions, please do it yourselves.